First of all, just a terrific college basketball game. You think about why there are college athletics and what it's supposed to look like. That game was pretty cool. And St. Bonnie has been a great team this year with Oshun. When he plays, they win. So they're 1-6 when he doesn't play, which is understandable. They're a totally different team without him. And with him, they are complete. So I give Bonaventure a lot of credit. For our team, we asked them to get one stop with 21 seconds left to send it to overtime, and they did it. So we can be proud of that. It was a great game.
Coach, you mentioned the impact of Shinny being on the floor versus off the floor. What do you think he was able to do so well tonight that made it a 21 rebounding margin?
Yeah, so the biggest thing was his offensive rebounds. They only had 3 offensive rebounds at halftime. And so you look at them being, I think they had 21 points at half.
Right.
Our defense in the second half was terrific, except for the rebounding. So they got 12 offensive rebounds in second half plus overtime, and that's probably the difference in the game.
Coach, Lofton goes 0 of 9 from the field. I said during our broadcast that I believe Jalen Cobb is one of the best perimeter guards defensively in the Atlantic 10. What can you say about his effort in neutralizing Lofton and holding him without a field goal tonight?
Yeah, we did change that matchup for this game compared to how we matched up the first time. And Jalen did a terrific job. He took it as a challenge. Kyle Lofton is one of the most talented guards in this league. Quite possibly a future NBA player. And Jalen did an amazing job on him. And Jalen does take great pride in his defense.
About Portly down the stretch there again for you?
Yeah, so, this is only Antoine's second game back off of injury. He was on a 15-minute limitation at St. Louis. And then tonight he was on a minute limitation, and so we couldn't play him as much as we would. He made clutch shots, and that's who he is.
Coach, in the last 2 games, points in the paint, your team has been outscored by a lot. What adjustments can you make to ensure that that doesn't get away from you and that isn't the reason why you're losing games, the points in the paint?
Yeah, so that's a battle that, we're going to struggle with. I mean, our 2 centers were a combined 0 for 5 from the field tonight. So if you look at last year's team and this year's team, our biggest offensive challenge is we cannot make 2-point baskets. So I love the fact that we took 33 threes tonight. And when I say that, our shots from 3 that we got tonight compared to the game in Olean were better threes. We work with those guys every day. When you're going against a guy like Oshun, it's going to be hard. I mean, he is one of the premier shot blockers in this country. And we are considering many options. However, for right now, Onyi and Joel simply have to work on improving as scorers around the rim.
But defensively, your young guys keep doing the job.
Our defense tonight,
Yeah.
Our defense tonight was amazing. And the caveat is the offensive rebounds we gave up in the second half and the overtime, it's hard to win when you give up 12 offensive rebounds in 25 minutes. Outside of that, our defense is playing at a really high level. It's improved so much, especially over the last 3 weeks.
How much of a difference you see in the confidence of a player like Ty Perry from the beginning of the season to now, some of the contested shots he was able to take and make
Yeah.
down the stretch?
The guy that I was proud of tonight was Kyle Rose, and so Kyle took 3 really good shots, 3 shots he should take, and he stuck them in. And, so for all of our guys, we mentioned Jalen's defense. We mentioned Antoine Portley down the stretch hitting clutch shots. For Chris Austin to make 2 threes. We've got a lot of guys that are they're putting their best foot forward, and we're going to continue to improve.
You're giving more playing time to Josh Cologne.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, so for us to be a good team, Josh needs to play a lot. Now, he didn't play a whole lot in the game at St. Louis on Sunday, but outside of that, we need Josh to play. And so he is very good at creating shots for others. I was happy to see him jump one in as well, but he is a really good offensive player. And tonight, his defense was much improved.
You see him being an impact player down the line.
Yeah, no, Josh, like his statistics aren't amazing. You know, he doesn't score a lot, but he's one of our best offensive players, meaning he creates for other people. And maybe it didn't show up tonight as much as it has, but he really has been creative and helping our offense.
Coach, obviously it's a tough loss. How do you get the players to just kind of put it behind them, especially when you have a date this Saturday with the best team in the conference and one of the best players in the country like Obi Toppin?
Yeah, good challenge. That's our challenge as a team, and you're right, my challenge as a coach. My feeling right now, sitting in this film room, is that tonight's the best game we've played. And I'm really talking about our defense. I mean, so that's probably where we start tomorrow, is simply by talking about, number one, our defense has gotten to an amazing level. And this is the best defensive game we've played against a really talented team. And the other place we'll start is the fact that with 21 seconds left in regulation, we asked our team to get a stop. And we just said, hey, we're not doing anything tricky. This is just an old-fashioned stop. And they did it. So we'll build from there.